how we see that now women's football has really developed. Yes.
Esther, coming to you, you have been involved under this administration when it comes to match venues and places. What could you say or your observations so far about women's football on the rise now?
Nafisa, I believe we've had a very different, dispensation so far as women's football is concerned in Ghana. We have seen different eras, different administration, and how women's football, the level has been in terms of its development, in terms of the deliberate attempt to try as much as possible to let it be so much attractive enough that would end up, making people and the masses embrace it far better. And if these are all the metrics that we are using in order to assess women's football, then I would say that under this current administration, definitely, without mincing words, being objective as I can, women's football has indeed developed and attained its height. It hasn't, been at par in terms of the level that we would want it to get to, but I believe it's a process, a very good process that is in the right directive, and that this current administration being spearheaded by the President, Keti Esokreku, doing so much well. Look at the sponsors that have been brought on board for the first time. I would like to touch on the broadcast right. For the first time in Ghana's football history, we've seen women's football being brought to the doorsteps of every football-loving fan. And this is a real thing, an unprecedented one, not even rare, an unprecedented thing that has happened in women's football in Ghana. Because those that, for instance, have not even been able to be here today are at their comfort of their homes, enjoying this live coverage, enjoying women's football, seeing how attractive it is, and seeing the talents that our girls possess in terms of football. And that is a huge plus. So if you take away the live telecast, which has been very, consistent in the last 3 consecutive seasons, we look at the other sponsors that have been brought on board. Multi-Guinness is a huge, brand across the globe, and they have accepted to be the headline sponsor of Women's League. And that tells you that clearly they're saying that women's football is gradually getting this niche, is gradually getting this attention, is gradually getting this love, and of course its acceptability by the masses. So definitely they have seen it to be very huge, and that is why they have accepted to be on board as one of the, the best brands that we have in terms of products, in terms of beverages across the world, and they have decided to come on board. So clearly, women's football, looking at these 2 major sponsors that we've gotten, the TV coverage, we've gotten also in terms of the, I would say that apart from the TV coverage, we've gotten Multi-Guinness on board. And then again, we've also gotten another huge one, Betway, which happens to have been one of the, best betting companies that we have that have also taken it upon themselves to be on board as a major headline sponsor for women's football. So clearly, these are most of the highlighting points that I would want us to touch on in terms of how good women's football has evolved and how ready the corporate world in Ghana are willing to come on board in order to help promote this game. And all thanks to that deliberate effort by this current administration to ensure that women's football also enjoys that same attention that the male counterparts, or better put, the Ghana Premier League also enjoys.
So Esther has said a lot. We'll be going straight to the arrival of these 2 teams as they arrive here at the University of Ghana, Legon Sports Stadium. So we will be talking briefly on the draw that happened this week, where the women's under 20, once it's there, is where these young teams that we've been grooming from our various leagues that have risen on that note. And this is going to be the 7th time the Black Princesses are making it to the world stage. And then they are in Group E with Japan, New Zealand, and Australia. How do you make of it this time around? Are we going to make it out of the group stage?
I think most definitely we will. That has been the plan from day one, from the start of our preparations at the Wafubi in Kumasi, and then the African Games. Our goal is not just to go and partake, but to make an impact. So we are definitely going to get out of the group, yes.
Okay. Esther, a brief one. Are we going to get out of the group E?
This happens to be our 7th consecutive, appearance in it. And all our best have always been in terms of the group stage. And I'm sure with Coach seated here and looking at the chunk of talents that we have, we are so much hopeful that the girls would for the first time progress out of the group stage.
7 times Ghana have been there, and we are hoping this time around we'll make it out of the group stages against Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. This is the match of the day, and we are going straight to the FA Cup. This is the rival and the teams as they play Army Ladies against Police Ladies here in the first match. Dominant team Hazakers Ampem Dakwa, and last year Police managed to squeeze in taking Hazakers out. This time around it's 2 different teams. Army has also managed to squeeze out Ampem Dakwa, so it's another security service, and that is the Army Ladies. This is the way they arrive in their traditional whites with the green, yellow, and then blue. They have colors when it comes to security service, but mostly I normally tweak it between immigration and police. If you are not, they're camouflage dresses. I know there's a difference, but if you are not one of them, it's difficult to tell. Anita, this is the team arriving. How do you see their body language and preparing towards the match?
The girls are poised. You can see pure determination on their faces, just like a military person going to war. They are really determined for this trophy. And one thing I can tell you about security services is that we like competition, and when we meet like this, we always want to go home with a bragging rights. So this match is not going to be easy at all. I know their heads will be ready to get the results, and definitely they know that getting the results will get them something very good, even at work. So it's not really, it's going to be something, it's like a Sessa Games affair. I see this and I remember the days of Sessa Games, so it's going to be a very tough game.
Remembering the days of Sessa Games, Esther, we've seen the trophy gone around the police headquarters and then to the defense as the Ghana Army also saw the trophy tour. How different has this season been from other seasons of the FA Cup?
It has been different because for the first time,
and this is what I love about the security teams, the Jama involved. You can't do away without the Jama.
This year's Women's FA Cup finale is totally different, like I earlier touched on in my submission, that if you look at, it's a privilege. We've seen the dominance of Hazakers and Pumdakwa ladies, both in the FA Cup and the Women's Premier League. They've managed to be in the Women's Premier League, but for the FA Cup, the 2 security service teams have connived to take over. And the job was done mainly in terms of eliminating these 2 glamorous ones. It was done by the Ghana Police Service. And that is why I believe that they think that they are entitled to win it today, because even those 2 biggest clubs who have for the past seasons been the stumbling block are no longer in the way because they eliminated them. So this time around, they are going to ensure that they beat Ghana Army in order to win it. But through this all, we take a look at their stats involved, I would realize that clearly of their 4 meetings since Army Ladies joined the top tier, Army Ladies have on 3 occasions won it, with one of it being a victory in favor of the Ghana Police Service or their women's team. So on paper, it doesn't, you would say that the records or the stats do not favor Police Ladies. But we are also looking at the form guide involved. Police Ladies comparatively to Army Ladies or the Ghana Army Ladies, in terms of form guide, Police have been slightly ahead of Army Ladies in terms of form guide this season, because we've seen the consistency of Police Ladies ending the season on being part of the top 4, and then for the first time since Army Ladies joined the top tier, they have ended the season outside the top 4. So clearly, in terms of form guide, in terms of player to player, you would say that Police Ladies might have the players, but don't forget, experience always counts, and that is what is going to be the huge surprise here today at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium.
It's going to be a big surprise here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium here in Legon. Don't forget that these 2 teams is always a battle, even though the underdogs is Army Ladies. when army ladies meet police ladies, no matter what form they have, they make sure they grab that points. But on the road, as you said, to the final, army ladies have really struggled. Looking at how they have to go to extra times and penalties, it's only a match that they won at a regulation time of 90 minutes. The rest, they have to go through extra time, hard way to come out. But Esther, don't forget, sometimes when you're meeting the league, which you think they are the stiffer opponents, the Division 1 are much more tougher than the league. That's why sometimes people think when you're in the league, you know it's your opponent, it's cool for you. But Division 1, do you think they create? Because this time we made history, a Division 1 team playing at the semi-finals. Anita, maybe this question will be you. Immigration is in Division 1. You should know Epiphany Warriors more than that. They also, this is the police team also arriving on your screen now. That is police for you. This is the 4th time police is making to the FA Cup final. They were the winners of the maiden edition in 2016. 2017 they came back, but Prison Ladies managed to secure that one. And then last season, they met Ampem Dakwan, but they were not able to win. That's a second position for them. And this time around, they have made it. 4 consecutive time for police ladies, 1 trophy.
I think that this is an opportunity for police ladies to come in again, to have their names in the history books. And they may be on top, as we said, with the league, but don't take anything away from Army ladies. Because being out of the top 4, they know that this is the only opportunity for them to get a trophy this season. So they are going to come all out, and this will be their first time also annexing this trophy. So it's really going to be tough. And with all the extra time matches that they played, that has also played a role in Army ladies not doing so well in the league. But I'm telling you, when there's a trophy at stake, everything is put aside. They know this is all they have to do. This is the last game of the season for them, so they are going to go all out.
Esther, history makers, Epiphany Warriors, from road down to semi-finals and to finals. You were there to witness it. How was it? And then knowing that police had to come back, at least last year they missed the trophy, but even though they took the lead in the first half, thinking that they were the experienced side they were going to, but later on, Ampem Dakwan had to come back. This time around, as we said that Army ladies have the edge. I'm saying they have the edge because they have met on several occasions. No matter the form, it's just like Ghana, Nigeria. No matter who has the form, anybody is capable. Army ladies, police ladies, form-wise, and then Epiphany making it to that stage.
I believe that Epiphany have really set a different record for themselves, especially in the history of Women's FA Cup generally since it was introduced 8 years ago. To have become the first team to have made it, to the Final 4 tells you that they are doing something incredibly good. And I'm not surprised too that they have also qualified in order to, play in the playoff, in order to ensure that maybe they secure their slot to be among the top tier. It's a huge plus for them, and they were so much satisfied. When they played against Army ladies at the Medina AstroTurf, that was a day to watch out for. And we saw how Army ladies had to struggle. It was through the extra time that Vera Bema had that only goal for them that, ended up helping them to have progressed to the finals of it. So clearly, they weren't there by chance. It wasn't no fluke. It was an all in all, a demonstration of how good they have been so far as the season was concerned. So clearly, we say kudos to a club like Epiphany Warriors to have done that. But then again, Army ladies too, I believe that, just like you rightly said, form guide might not play a factor. But then again, we are talking in terms of where you have individual players that can make a difference in the game. And that is where you would want to look at it from the aspect of the fact that police ladies now have a phenomenal striker, Mabene Jakwa, who is so much on fire, banging in the goals for her side, and then ensuring that she does so much well. And then again, they equally have Grace Enima, one of the most experienced players, aside Edda Mateva, who plays for Lady Strikers. Yeah. Grace Enima happens to be one of those very consistent players who is also part of the police lady setup. and can be a game changer at any given time. And then if you look at the other players that they also have on board,
Just to chip in, don't forget, Army ladies met prison ladies all the way from Sunyani, and they were able to win. So that was the tough opponent they had on an away match, beating them to extra time.
So at least if you had made me conclude my points before I come to that one. So I believe that if you look at the individual players of police ladies and the way they can change games on any day, any given time, that is where they happen to be one of the sides that you need to watch out for. Yeah. And then again, for a club that has eliminated two biggest clubs, one in the round of 16, the other in the quarterfinals, they eliminated Hazakes in the round of 16. 2-1 was the scoreline. 2-0, and then they replicated the same thing when they played against Ampem Dakwa. 2-1 was the scoreline. So clearly, this is a team that is ready to go all out and then ensure that they cause the surprises. So I'm not too much surprised with the way things are. But then again, like you said, Army are a team to look out for. And I'm
on
sure
the screen now is the warm-up for Army ladies in their traditional blue and yellow, and then they will have a kind of Brazilian colors that you'll be seeing them with. And definitely sometimes it confuses me because I want to see Army in that forest green jersey, but sometimes on the field of play, it varies from the colors that they use. Is it because of their flag? You are in the security service, you can tell us more about that.
Yes, I think it has everything to do with the flag of the service. So mostly the first jersey goes with the colors of the flag, and then the unofficial jersey goes with mostly the camouflage or any other color. Yes.
So on your shot is the goalkeeper, Evelyn, in there, and another experienced goalkeeper for you. And then for Army ladies, they are all set, and then this is where the action is at the University of Ghana Legon Sports Stadium FA Cup finals between Army ladies and police ladies. You can still join us. It's free entry, and then it's a festival of football for women football, as we can say. Esther, we'll look at it briefly. I know coach is here. She can give us technical details for these two teams. Maybe we can go to her and then later on we come to you. Technically, how would these two teams will be lining up on the field?
I think that for police ladies, with Deborah Friye in there, with Mabna Jakwa, Agwazi, they will be looking at using the flair of Deborah to get in free kicks up front, and then we all know what Mabne Jakwa can do. Agwazi can score from anywhere. But let's not take anything away from the defense of Army ladies. They have a very potent defense. They also have attackers who are swift, who can shoot from any angle. So I expect this to be a tight game. I believe that their chance, anybody that takes their chance will be the one to carry the day. But it is going to be a very tactical game where I expect to see changes in tactics as the game goes on from both team coaches. So I think that the goalkeepers too. We know that police ladies has a very tall goalkeeper. Army ladies also, she's very mobile, she's very swift with her footworks. But I believe that it will all depend on the attackers of both teams. Yes.
Very well said. Coach has given her tactical analysis. Esther, this is a knockout match. Winner takes all. What will be the feelings for these two teams? The approach, I'm talking about players, their mood approaching this game, because it's not a league match that you'll be thinking to get either a point or just to manage the game to salvage a point or 3 points. This is a winner takes all. How should we expect the mood for Army and then police into this final, especially police that have been there and always, it's not always looking, this is their third final that they have lost. So this one is going to be, is it going to be pressure on police now?
I believe that this is a game that police would not take it to chance, because the most painful thing is for you to get there, see the cup, and fail to win it. That is where the trauma that comes afterwards, the bad reflections that you have, the things that you think you should have done better that you didn't, and the things you need to do better this time around. And that is what police ladies would love to do. Their coach, Abu Kasim, a coach.
The warm-up for police ladies, as you can see, goalkeeper Barikisu there. Another experienced goalkeeper, Esther. When it comes to penalty taking, I think Barikisu has been one of the experienced ones that we have seen. And actually, she saved them when Ampim Dakwan had the last penalty in that round of 16. She was the woman of the match, I guess, saved them into the qualifying into the quarter-final. So you can talk about police ladies as we continue.
I believe that Coach Abu Kasim of Police Ladies has indeed lined up very good players for the encounter. Barkis Isahako is going to be in goal post, and she happens to be one of the most experienced since, they ended up having Fafali, retiring for football and wasn't, in goal post for them. At least they've managed to get a Nanama who equally came, and then in the absence of Nanama, we've gotten Barkis Isahako, who is doing the job so much well for Police Ladies. And I believe that today, knowing that there is a trophy, a prize to be won, having been there when they played against Ampim Dakwan Ladies, don't forget that was the most painful defeat in the finals that Police Ladies suffered, because they took the lead before, Ampim Dakwan Ladies ended up getting the equalizer, and then right in the extra time, they ended up conceding 2 additional goals. So 3-1 was that nightmare of a scoreline that Police Ladies had. So they would love to do things different this time around, and that is where I'm looking out for their coach Abu Kasim to vary his tactics and ensure that the referee who has been charged with the responsibility of being in the heart of midfield today, she's been partnered by Mary Berkon, and that is the difference that Abu Kasim has done. Mary Berkon is not striking today. Mary Berkon is in the heart of midfield together with Deborah Afriye, and then Mabene Jakwa is the arrowhead up front, and she's been helped by the likes of Mausi Benyo in order for them to get the goal. So clearly, police have a very good setup altogether, and I'm sure today it's either they win it or they end up having different nightmares afterwards.
A good setup indeed for police ladies. Like we said, they don't want to take chances. They saw it in Abrancase and then they let it go out of the hands. The most painful part is they took the lead with a goal from Captain Mary Berkon, and they let it slide when Ophelia Sewamponsa equalized, and they had to go to extra time for Mary Amponsa to do justice with that 2 goals there in the penalty. So this time around, as you said, with the setup, Abu Kasim is not taking it lightly at all. But this is the first time Joseph is coming to a final. Even last 2 seasons, she made it to the semi-finals. And last year, they lost to a better side, as I could say, because it was Ampim Dakwan who kicked them out of the semi-finals by 4 goals to 1. And then eventual winners on that note.
Well, I see a very tight structure from the police ladies. Mary Berkon is a very versatile player. She can play at any position. And with her experience in the national team, I think she's the best to lead her team. She's a commander on the field. And in defense, I think she will do a very good job. I think that she will be placed just in front of the center backs as a block, so that they avoid the penetration of Army ladies through the middle. And she's a player who can also surge forward. So I think that this is going to be a very open game. Like I said, it will all depend on the tactics and then how well the girls are able to sort of put it into play. If they are able to put it into play, I believe we are going to see very, very beautiful football today. Yes.
And again, most times like this, how do the players themselves psych up themselves into the game? Because automatically there is structures, there is tactical approach to this game. Yes. But all boils down to the players, individual players. How do they side themselves up into this game?
Well, mostly they look into the past games. If they've had encounters, they look at how those games went. They look at themselves and then they pick player to player. And then they strategize amongst themselves. Apart from the tactics or the gameplay that they have been given by their coaches, players know themselves. So they strategize, they know themselves, they know who to pair with per positions, and then how individually they are going to manipulate their positions to the advantage of the gameplay given by the coach. So mostly they try to keep calm but focused on the game plan for the day. Yes. So I think that this is how they are going to go. It's going to be a lot of pressure on the players because obviously any cup game brings a lot of pressure on the players. So I believe that the senior ones who have had much experience are going to have a series of talks with the younger ones to calm them down so that they can stay focused on the game plan.
So we are looking at this. Abu Kasim has been an experiencer when you talk about FA Cup. At least he saw it last season. They prepared towards it. It didn't really work out for them. Plans are taken. But this time around, when you look at Joseph, I guess this is a big platform for Army ladies when it comes to this particular encounter. They have never been to the FA Cup finals, semi-finals, but this is a big stage for them. Experience is going to count as well. But looking at this, which team do you think, even though they are all prepared, who is much more advanced in terms? Because sometimes others can work under pressure, others cannot work under pressure. This is where I'm coming from.
Okay. I believe that when you look at it on paper, you would say that police has a upper hand over Army because they have been to the finals a couple of times. This is the first time that Army is going to face police. But taking that away and looking at the league, their encounters in the league, you will see that Army has an upper hand over police in the league. So it gives it a 50-50 chance for both teams. Kasim is going to use his experience. He's been to the finals about 3 times and lost it. So I believe that he's looking to not making the same mistakes he did and then use the inexperience, or let me say the first time experience of Army ladies in this final to try to outwit them, to beat them. But football is anybody's game. And when it comes to a cup match like this, I mean, a lot of things counts. A lot of things count. Yes, the pressure from the fans, the atmosphere, the gameplay itself. So it's not going to be easy, but at this point, I can't pinpoint any team that I would say is going to top the day. Yes.
Any team that works really well is going to top the day.
Yes.
Very soon we'll be heading towards the pitch to see the final match between Army ladies and Police ladies for the FA Cup Finals 2023-2024 season. There's a security galore all here, and then you can see the police service team, Ghana Police Forces here, and then the Ghana Army is also as well as other fans around to witness this joyous moment. It's a big day for these two teams, and whoever does it as well. So we'll be catching over, and Esther Bankwa is in commentary position to take us through this very game here. FA Cup Finals, Army ladies and Police ladies.
To our live coverage of the 2023-2024 Women's FA Cup Grand Finale. Brace yourselves up for an epic showdown in the heart of Accra as Ghana Police Service take on their counterparts, Ghana Army Ladies, here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. A huge game at hand with the prestigious trophy to be won by one of these sides. And clearly, it is a day where the two security services that we have in the country are going to come up against each other. Police up against Army ladies. A huge game. Stadium buzzing with excitement are these fierce competitors prepared to showcase their talents on this grand stage. It is nothing but the penultimate target of winning the title. How good would it be on which of these clubs would end up going home with the trophy? Police service in their blue with flashes of white in it. And then again, we have the Ghana Army ladies in yellow with flashes of blue. Before then, we observed an team. The national anthem, it's not something to deem because it is an allegiance that they have always been ensuring that they reside, knowing that this is also one of those allegiances that they have in order to ensure that their teams win this game. It's the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. The referees for today's encounter, Adokwe Rejoice, has been charged to ensure sanity on the field. She will be assisted by Linda Booker. And then again, the second assistant referee is Grace Insabodo. The fourth official is Apia Joyce Obenewa. It's been a while seeing her. Match commissioner for today's encounter is Ziga Christine Enyonam. But here we have Ghana Army ladies ready for the battle today in yellow. On the other hand, we equally have the Ghana Police Service ladies, a team that indeed constitutes most of these ladies who are not civilians, but rather police officers who have rather chosen to ensure that they continue playing football and as well ensure that they also continue to be part of the service. They are way of entertaining, they are of ensuring that clearly sports also attain its heights. Formalities being made of Joyce of Benoit up here, one of the most experienced referees that we have in the domestic league. And then we have Patience Ache Ajete, the captain of Army ladies. And before we proceed with everything here,
in online games is here. Lucky Win Ghana. If we say Sika Wofia, Nije Wofia, this year, dear, it's your chance to chop big. So play any of our games such as Super Spin, Cash Spin, Classic Roulette, Penalty Shootout, Slot 777, Crash Games, and more at www.luckywin.com.gh. With a minimum of 1 Ghana cedis, you stand a chance to win instant cash prizes up to 1 million Ghana cedis on your phone. Plus, you can withdraw your cash prizes at any time of the day. So hurry now, because Mr. Money know the waste time. Lucky Win, play with less, chance to win big. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, only for persons 18 years and above. Gaming can be addictive.
Novella charts. Max TV telenovelas. Any comfortable, aka sensational
Novella chat at 1
for Army. Jamila Abdul for Ghana Police Service. Patience Ache Ajete. Patience to Lydia Adha. It swung it into the half of police by Declare, which goes as far as where Adama Al Hassan is. Of which the latter gets the advantage. It's a game that has to produce a win that will see one of the security sides being crowned champions. A game where eyes are stayed on the most prestigious reward. Looking at the impressive campaign of Ghana Police ladies so far this season, when they started this knockout competition in the month of December, we saw how in their first round of 64, they beat Immigration Ladies by 7-1. Police ladies progressed to the round of 32, and there they had a huge annihilation of lower tier side Glad Ladies by 11-1. In the round of 16, Police Ladies defeated Kazakhes Ladies by 2-1 in order to progress to the quarter-final stage. At the quarter-final stage, Police Ladies met another huge opposition, and that was Ampemdakwan Ladies, of which Police beat them by 2-1. In the semi-finals, in a game that was so much captivating, we saw Police Ladies, when they squared it off with Supreme Ladies, beating them by 3-1 in the semi-finals in order to secure the slot to be at the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Adam Al Hassan with a long one in for Amel Ladies. But Gladys Cranchicles, Mausi Gagnon on the ascendancy, and she has Sandra Adams to tangle with. Throw in. Throw in to Police Ladies. Police ladies. Grace Enima loses out to Lily Bell Lawrence. Patience Atrea JT is fouled. Very exciting early minutes of the game. 5 minutes on the clock as both keepers have been called to action. Mausi Benyo of Police Ladies. Mausi has taken to the ground and the referee needs to ensure that she's attended to before game can continue. Adequate Rejoice, the center referee for today's encounter. And talking in terms of Army Ladies, a team that has also made it for the first time in the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. In the round of 64, Army Ladies trashed GRA Ladies by 7 goals to 1. In the round of 32, Army Ladies also beat Kesiwa Ladies by 7 goals to 0. At the quarter-final stage, they also beat Prisons Ladies by 3 goals to 2. And in the semis, Army Ladies beat Epiphany Warriors by a lone goal. Adam Al-Hassan, Adama wins corner kick for Army Ladies. We are headed for a very long, fierce contest involving these two, and that is Adama Al-Hassan of Army Ladies and then Victoria Williams of Police Ladies. Corner kick to Army. And the corner kick will be taken by Angelica Sambik. She floats it in. A header, Army Ladies with a chance. Another second corner kick, consecutive one. The up for the shot one. Adam Al-Hassan back to Angelica Sambik. It's crashed. Army with a chance to get the first goal. Offside against Army Ladies. But even if it wasn't offside, she couldn't find the back of the net. So over 4 players of Army unmarked.
Unmarked, but this is a glaring opportunity for Army Ladies. That was a short corner kick by all standard, and then you can see Adama joining in any time the ball moves, crossing it, and then she has that kind of perfect inch crossing that she's been whipping in. And this was a glaring opportunity. Looking at where the defender is, it could have let it go, but this one just unfortunate, but just they will have to make it count. Esther, nevertheless, this should have been the first goal.
Opportunities in such finales are rare to come back, and as such, when one gets and fails to grab, results normally turn the other way. Latifa Mohammed of Army Ladies. And talking in terms of the Army, they are here in their numbers. Obviously, their side, their female team, are here making them proud, making it to the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup for the first time. And as such, they needed to turn out, and they have done that in style.
I'm just loving the atmosphere, Esther. The 2 security service police were here earlier on in their numbers, and you can see them seated. And then Army has also joined when it comes to morale. The services, they do it better, but I always ask the question, the police service and the Army service, who does it better when it comes to Jama?
I believe that once one of the teams score, we'll be able to tell the side that does it better. 10 minutes on the clock. Army and Police is still goalless. Mary Sosu for Army Ladies. Mary to Sarah. But the ball is well intercepted by Patience Ajete. Nancy Opoku creeping forward. And Nancy loses out to Mary Beko, a striker who has been charged with the responsibility of midfield matters today. And that tells you how Coach Abu Kasim is varying his tactics and approaching this game with a different dimension. Mary Sosu of Army for in.
Looking at Mary Sosu, a goalkeeper with that height, I always get it. Marvel how she's always able to do that with the height, and in goal post, you'll be thinking she should be on the field playing, but always in a set pair of hands for Army ladies.
Victoria Williams to take this free kick for Police ladies. Chance of goal, but would it be materialized? Well grabbed by Mary Sosu once again for Army ladies. But the referee has requested for a retake of it. Well taken delivery by Victoria Williams for Police ladies. Since Joyce Adokwe, the official, needed a retake, Williams sent it in once again, but she couldn't do it better as it was with the first. A player of Army is down, but the referee says that play should continue before she halts affairs for Angelica Sambek to be attended to. She took to the ground when there was a tussle after the ball had been floated in. And Patience Atriajete, Captain Fantastic, is back. She wasn't part of the team when they played in the semi-finals, but she's back in the grand finale, which is the most important one, and she will be hoping
to lift the trophy as a captain. How lovely would that be? But don't forget, there are two sisters in the Army teams, and then Patience and then Harriet are also in the team for the Army teams, and they are football families that we could say. The late Shamokwe sisters are in the Army teams. Patience Ache Ajete and Harriet Akoko Ajete in the Army teams for you. Fantastic first 10 minutes or 12 minutes now, Esther. So far, so good for both teams. But it's Police ladies who are still asking questions. Army ladies had a glaring opportunity, but they just missed it. But this time around, it's a good for you. We are witnessing an interesting and fantastic match here at this Legon Stadium.
That ball situation. Army ladies. Army. Sarah Koulibaly to Adama Al-Hassan, a long one. Nancy Opoku. Nancy service forward. She is stripped. But where the challenge happened, right on the edge of the penalty area.
Just look at the sprinting of Nancy Opoku, and then just untimely, just on the verge. I guess it's the tactical foul that sometimes you need to take one for your team. And you can't just fault her. She had no option, but she had to do that before inside the 18-yard box.
She should be thanking her stars that the referee has been lenient and not brandished her with a card, because that on any day by any different referee would have viewed it as a hindrance, you know, to prevent the player from scoring. Free kick to Army ladies. Adama Al-Hassan and Patience Ache Ajete. Both of them experts in set piece taking a low drive, not on target. Goal kick to Police ladies.
So that is a lovely one. Looking at the set out, the wall of Police ladies, we've got this tall defense of the Police ladies in the name of Jamila, and then we have Victoria and Felicity Asoko with Gladys. Tall defenders for Police ladies. Automatically you will have to look at how you do your set pieces. A low one wasn't enough for Adama.
Free kick to Police ladies. Great run by Grace Anima before Latifa Mohammed brought her down. And Grace Anima is one other very difficult customer, a player that is always difficult to handle her.
She's a student of the game.
One of the most experienced in terms of women's football, and has played consistently as well in the Ghana Women's Premier League. She has equally played for the respective national teams, under 17, under 20, and the national team, the Black Queens. Mary Sosu, well positioned again to ward off that danger for Army ladies. Goal kick.
The two Marys, the captain of the side is Mary Berko and Mary Sosu.
Adama Al-Hassan. Adama to Lily Velores. Lily gives the ball back to Adam Al-Hassan, who sets up Vera Bemba. Referee allows the game to flow before finally taking this free kick in favor of Army ladies. With the first quarter of the game gone, and still goalless. Army in yellow, Police in black with flashes of white. Adam Al-Hassan with a long one aimed at finding the feet of Nancy Opoku. Through in. And just to remind you that right after this grand finale in the Women's FA Cup, we have another huge finale to watch and enjoy together, and that is the grand finale of the Ghana Women's Premier League, and that is where we would have the two most glamorous clubs in Ghana women's football.
They have
Hazakis ladies and Ampim Dakwa ladies to square it off, and that game is at 7 p.m. live on Max TV. Patience Ache Ajeti. Nancy Opoku. Grace Senima was the one who fouled her.
They know each other. They are students of the game, and then they will have to be marking each other on that wing flow. And they're doing it brilliantly well. They understand the game. And obviously, they know their opponent. They know whom they are dealing with. Tough customer.
Jamila Abdul to Grace Enima. Grace back to Jamila Abdul, who gives it away to Latifa Mohammed. Nancy Opoku for Army ladies. Twits very beautifully, but ends up dashing it away to Police ladies. Lydia Arthur. Mary Sosu. Throw in. The exchange of passes between Mary Sosu and Adama Al-Hassan was not done in a very efficient manner. Free kick to Police ladies, Mary Berko. If you care to know, she's a striker that her coach, Abu Kasim, has thought it wise to put her in the heart of midfield because he knows how versatile she is. We're talking about a player that can equally be a very good defender, a centre-back on any other different day. Mary Sosu needs to defend this for Army ladies.
At a point in time this season, she started with the striking role. And then when injuries started settling in the Police team, she was shifted to the midfield, and at the time as a central defender. Only goalkeeping, I'm just waiting for her to take that role.
Free kick to Police ladies. Frantic moments here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. On target, and Mary Sosu carries it away to safety for Army ladies. Well taken. Free kick. But so far, Mabena Ejakwa, corner kick, a fast one taken. Nancy Opoku assumes the defensive roles. Police. And Mary Sosu would have to deal with it without any difficulty. Patience Atre Ajiti. Through in 20 minutes on the clock. The live coverage of the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup happening here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. A game between Army ladies and police ladies.
First time Army ladies making it into the final. First season, they were knocked out in the semi-finals. Last season, eventual winners Ampem Dakwan knocked them out at the semi-finals. And this time around, they have made it through to the final, meeting police ladies who have been at the final on 4 different occasions, lifting the inaugural part of the FA Cup in 2016.
Police ladies. Collision involving Angelica Sambek and Mausi Benyo.
That was a late challenge, very late challenge there on Angelica Sambek. I guess it's not that serious that she'll be back on their feet.
Ghana Police Service in attendance, having their numbers quite an enormous one. And if you are wondering why the Ghana Police Service are here in numbers, don't forget, Police Service are the female team of the Ghana Police Service in the country, and as such, it will mean that once their ladies are playing, they need to be here. And here we have the rank and file of the Ghana Police Service, as well as the Army in attendance. The president of the Ghana Football Association, Keti Yeso. We also have the once member of the normalization era,
Nado Foley,
now in attendance, together with other dignitaries who are here to witness history being made. I monitored events and I saw how excited the president of the Ghana Football Association was, knowing that 2 security service teams were going to be involved in the finale.
Just love the trophy tour at the various headquarters.
And that is one key thing that he has always been advocating for, that the involvement of these teams and, of course, state institutions in women's football. And there they have their numbers. In terms of the Ghana Police Service, they have the police ladies. The Ghana Army Service have the Army ladies. The Ghana Immigration Service have immigration ladies. And then the Ghana Prison Service have prisons ladies as well. So for these 4 security services, they are well represented in the league so far as Ghana women's football is concerned. And this is a rare privilege, of course, because if you look at the Ghana Premier League, the male teams, they do not have any of them playing in the top tier.
That was a question I had wanted to ask. But when you look at in Morocco, they have AS Rabat also being the armed forces team and the women's elite cup. So you can see maybe the ladies are dominating when it comes to the security service, that they have various teams representing and the women's league. And they have been talking about the experience when police ladies has been there, prison service has been there, immigration has been there. Just later on that they were just not able to hold on to it, that they have to go back to Division 1. But they are preparing quite well to come back. And then
with the turn-off events, it might be difficult for Mausi Benyo, one of those reliable players of police ladies, to be able to continue with the game for her side, having picked a knock earlier. And since then, she has been struggling to be fit and continue the game for her side. If you look at how good she has been, always on the flank of right side of attack for police ladies.
Safety first by Angelina Sambik. You quite remember at Ada Brancase, the captain of police ladies, Mary Beko, had a casualty.
Grace Enima trying to wriggle her way through into the half of our ladies. It sent in a header, a players trying to find the ball and possibly getting the goal. Susie, free kick. It's free kick free kick, of course, to Army ladies. So far, Mabena Ejapa of Police ladies. She happens to be their top scorer in the Women's FA Cup so far. She has 9 goals to her credit. 25 minutes on the clock. And looking at the temporal break that we've gotten, it means the coaches have this rare chance and now to ensure that they once again have very stern words with their players involved. There is a cap waiting to be kissed, waiting to be embraced, waiting to be celebrated by one of these sides.
And who is kissing the cup today? There are 2 cups anyway.
At least for the first game, we have one.
1 cup and a medal.
A shot, not on target. Deborah Efriye. You should trust her to come out with these long-range efforts. There are times that such techniques have helped her to get the goals.
And she's been doing it quite well with her left foot and the drive. You can always count on her when it comes to that. But I guess Police will have to be taking more of those long drives because considering the height of the goalkeeper imposed for Army ladies, I guess that should or will be their most priority when getting closer to them, because the low drive definitely will be something that she's going to get her hands on it.
Everyone gathered here is waiting for what usually spices up a game, and that is the goal. The goal is what the fans have come to see, and that is what the players are even looking forward to. Yellow card to Army ladies Deborah Opoku. And that was the incident, the act that the referee was not pleased with, and as such had to brandish the card. Army ladies, Susie Clares, Police lose that possession. And Patience that chair AJT. In such incidents, you should always find her around.
Fantastic captain of the day. All over the pitch, giving them morale. She's just back from injury. For the last 3 matches for Army ladies in the league, she was just out of the squad list and has to nurse injury and coming back. Seeing her was a plus for the Army team into this very big final for Army ladies.
If you are talking in terms of the Ghana Women's FA Cup, a competition which was introduced in 2016 by the Ghana Football Association. And this is a competition that involves teams in the elite division together with teams in the lower tier side as well. And since it was introduced in 2016, Police Grace Anima fails to get that. Mary Beckham as well doesn't get that possession for Police. Lilibet Lawrence loses out to Latifa Mohammed. Police here, Mausi Benyo, Mary Sosu, rightly rooted, grabs for Army ladies.
And that was that beautiful build-up by Police ladies. And just look at Deborah laying up that pass for Mausi and the swift one. A calmly intervention for Mary, and then that was a equally called to tax. But on that note, that was an injury.
Mausi Benyo.
The goal pusher. Just timely. I guess there was no contact on her, but she's still...
And this is a player that is already nursing an injury.
It's not looking good for her.
Mary Sosu has been one of the most busiest. But if you look at her agility and the flexibility that she has in goal post, that helps her to be so much more on top of her game and always produces her A performance in matches. Abu Kasim and the technical team of the police ladies having worked with the players, and then again we have Army ladies having their turn as well.
That is a beautiful attendance in the Army, Ghana Armed Forces. On that, this is a tactical. Police have created enough chances, and they need to be scoring at this particular point because they have the experience and they need to do it as early as possible. But yet, it seems Army ladies are neutralizing the attack form of police ladies. But let's talk about the goalkeeper in post, Mary, with her height. Her just timing is so running perfect. Her running are so perfect to the extent you just have to just give applause to her. It's just that I'm just saying police will have to lift it. Maybe a high ball can maybe just take her on our.
Mausi Benyo has been stretched off the field, and looking at the turn of events, she wouldn't be third time likely coming back to the field because she has been stretched off on 2 occasions so far, but on all those occasions she managed to find her way back onto the field. 31 minutes on the clock.
Is there going to be early changes for police ladies, or maybe she might come back?
When the competition was introduced in 2016, police ladies won it after beating Fabulous Ladies by 2-1, and that was a game that Priscilla Adobia, formerly of Ampem Ladies, was the top scorer with 6 goals. In 2017, police ladies found their way back to the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. However, they lost narrowly to Ampem Ladies. They lost narrowly to Prisons Ladies by a lone goal. In 2018, the Women's FA Cup was abandoned due to the GFA dissolution. In 2019, it wasn't played as a result as well. And then again, in 2020, it was abandoned due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2021, Hazakis Ladies beat Ampem Dakwant Ladies by 2-0 at the Craspo Stadium in order to win it. And in 2022, Ampem Dakwant Ladies made a very huge comeback by beating Hazakis Ladies by a lone goal at the Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium in order to win the Women's FA Cup for that season. In 2023, Ampem Dakwant Ladies defended their title after beating Police Ladies by 3-1 in extra time at the Dr. Chase Sports Complex. And here we are in 2024 at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, a clash involving these two security sides as we continue to hunt for the winner of this year's Women's FA Cup. Patience at chair Ajete for Army Ladies, and Nancy Opoku fails to time her run, finds herself in the offside position, giving the infringement to Police Ladies. She was just slightly offside by margins.
But I just saw a run, just missing the ball, but it was just, she didn't time her running right, and then she's been flagged offside. Just as it is, 30 minutes plus, and still no goal here at the University of Ghana.
Grace Enima gets corner kick. Corner kick. A decision that Mary Sosu, the goalkeeper of Army Ladies, is really finding it difficult to fathom. She felt that Grace Enima had a slight touch on it before the ball went behind. Mary Beko sends it in. Patience Atre Ajete trashes it away for Army Ladies. Nancy Opoku. Nancy Opoku today, who is the arrowhead for Army Ladies, has a lot to contend with up front. Jamila Abdul. But Jamila loses the ball out to Sandra Adams. Angelica Sambik. Latifa Mohammed to Nancy Opoku. Nancy on the ascendancy for Army Ladies. Nancy finds Patience Atre Ajete, who sets up Deborah Opoku, but the latter commits a foul. 10 minutes. That was the foul by Deborah Opoku. So the bench of Army Ladies have the likes of Vera Bema to help them, together with Atta Brefi, and then again Gloria Fosua, formerly of Tender Queens, on the bench. And all these players can be called on when the need arises for Army Ladies. Police Ladies. Lydia Arthur. It goes as far as where Mary Berko is. Mary. But Latifa Mohammed. Latifa to Patience Atre Ajete. Patience turns and comes up with a pass, of which the referee interferes with. Patience Atre Ajete. If you are looking for one of those greats in the heart of midfield for women's football in Ghana, Patience Atre Ajete is a player to look up to.
It was a big blow for Army Ladies when she got injured. That was when they started dropping quite a number of points that for the first time they are out of the top 4 in the Southern Zone.
And as such, they won't be able to play in the Super League.
And they can't defend. They were the eventual winners of the Super Cup. They won against Hazak's Ladies on that very day.
Police Ladies versus Army Ladies in the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Live on Max TV. Right after this game at 7 p.m. another grand finale. This time around in the Ghana Women's Premier League, where Hazak's Ladies will be taking on their familiar nemesis, and that is Ampim Dakwa Ladies. Susie. Police Ladies outside. Police Ladies. Mary Berko
in subordinate grace had it right. Deborah.
Deborah Free, she was together with Mary Berko, and these players found themselves in the outside position. Mausi Benyo, Mausi sets up.
Army Ladies are defending very well, but they are defending too deep into their half, which I guess they should avoid. How many times Patience is just not happy about that decision, and you could see how furious she is. At the moment,
advantage to Army Ladies. Adama Al-Hassan was affected for her side. Frantic moments. Looking at the energy and the commitment of these players, it's obvious that they are clearly after that prestigious trophy. Only one can get the trophy home. Only one can be crowned champions. Please, ladies. Adam Al-Hassan sends it to her goalkeeper. Good control from Nancy Opoku to set up Patience Atre Ajete. And they spread forward.
Brilliant two pass.
Deborah Poku with a chance. Walsey. That is the closest that Army ladies have come in order to get the opener here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. They go again. Adam Al Hassan. Army have gotten a very slow transition. A slow but very purposeful.
Just that they are just waiting to catch police on the counter break. But with that, you just need one strong person who can hold on to the ball and then have that pace and then run to goal. This was a glaring moment that they should have taken it. But knowing the experience of Barikisu Isaku with that height, I guess it was no trouble for her at all.
Free kick to police ladies. 41 minutes with just 4 minutes left to end proceedings for the first period of the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Police ladies, Felicity to take the free kick for police ladies. Felicity with a long one in. Mary Beckman gets a head to it. But Mary Sosu grabs it with ease for Army ladies. Great delivery. Another great header. So far, Mabana Ejapa with her striking instincts well intact, sought to get ahead to that ball. Police ladies throw in. The referee to Jamila Abdul. But the advantage goes the way of Army ladies this time around. Sandra Adams with another throw in for Army. When Army ladies joined the top tier of the Women's Premier League in 2021 season, they had a former player of Vampim Dakwan ladies, Neymaya Nabikan, who has gone back to the club and will be featuring in tonight's game. She was with Army ladies when they had their derby in the top tier of the Women's Premier League. And interestingly, the season that Army ladies joined the top tier was the same season that Immigration ladies, another security service team, ended up being relegated.
Replacing Immigration
Nancy
ladies.
Opoku with a shot on target. But this wouldn't cause any trouble at all to Raki Sisahaku.
Look at that smile.
Police ladies, Mary back home. Free kick. We are in to see a lot of these battles between these two great midfielders, Deborah Friye and then Latifa Mohammed.
Deborah has been a skillful player. Giving her the chance, she's just going to take you on, and I love the way she is. She just swings from the right to left because of the versatile role she plays with her left and then her left and right foot. She can just move into any space.
It will be 3 minutes of additional time because the 45 minutes is up already. Nancy Opoku of Army ladies. She was stripped there by Mausi Gagnon. Army ladies to get the free kick. But Army have another player of theirs who needs to be treated. Angelica Sambek, obviously not a happy player at the moment. And some exchange with her technical bench. Coach Abu Kasim of Police Ladies knows that this is a huge game. This is his third time asking. The police have been here in their numbers to cheer their female side on to victory. Harriet Akwoko Ajete lives off the field. And this is what football does. A game where it doesn't exclude any age at all, both the young, the old, love to enjoy it. Harriet Akwoko Ajete, the sister of Patience Ache Ajete of Army Ladies, been stretched off. What the two teams, the fans, and everyone at home is waiting for is when the deadlock will be broken here, where a goal will be gotten by one of these sides. 2 minutes left to end proceedings for the opening period, the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Adam Al-Hassan to effect the free kick for Army Ladies. A long one taken in, a header, but goes behind. Corner kick to Army Ladies. Adama Al-Hassan. She will do the honors of delivering this corner kick for Army Ladies. Police would have to defend and ensure that they still keep Army Ladies at arm's length. Adam Al-Hassan swings it in. A header. Latifa Mohammed fails to direct her header into the back of the net. Great delivery by Adam Al-Hassan, but it wasn't well sent home by Latifa Mohammed. Joyce Adokwe, saying enough, blows her whistle to end proceedings for the first period here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. Army Ladies 0, Police Ladies 0. Despite the chances that both teams had, they couldn't ensure that they capitalize on it. A stalemate at the first period. Army Ladies 0, Police Ladies 0. This is how the two teams march onto the field in the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. It was a lot of hopes that these players were looking forward to. They were seeking another to ensure that at least they had the goals in the opening period. With Army Ladies, who are in yellow in the first period, playing from left to right, created some chances. Nancy Opoku was the one who initially had this free kick right on the edge of the penalty area for her side. But she failed after they had it in order to find the back of the nets. Adam Al-Hassan was the one who went with a low drive, but it wasn't meant to be. After getting this chance, Army ladies continued with their quest, but police were the side who created the most of chances. Grace Enima, obviously on the right flank of attack, needed to create the chances. The referee came up with his delivery, but Mary Sosu guarded it in a very nice manner for Army ladies. Looking at how the free kick was taken, you would have hoped that a player of police could have gotten a graceful touch. Mary Sosu parried this off to safety for Army ladies. Despite all the chances that they had, none of the sides could find the back of the net. Since it's a grand finale that needs to produce a winner, Army, through Lily Lawrence, created some of those chances. Mausi Benyo came closest. After coming closest here, Mausi Benyo could not get a better side of Mary Sosu. Mary was as swift as she could. And that is how the first period ended here, with none of the sides failing to get a goal. It would mean that their technical bench would have to regroup and come back stronger in the second period and hope to get what is needed the most. It ends here for the first period of the Women's FA Cup Grand Finale. Army ladies 0, police ladies 0. I would hand over to Nafisa for the first half analysis.
Tuozafi ina kuke kuna dansoman da kuman awoshi kaneshi madina shukura kakudamu
eye free Tuozafi
Our Must TV forecourt Dacoman Junction 7 July Onya Brana Yambon Didi
damu in Tuozafi festival kowe zomu enjoy so say
Newu here anyway juwa keke
keji oleake ole Tuozafi homo jugba bani obaje owana
eye free Tuozafi
Sunday 7th of July efiti anopa akopema numre Brahmas TV forecourt Dacoman Junction bejiwo jiane
eye free Tuozafi
keji otao ni ohoni yejemenwe kona mane ni ochawo
achedie
bebre
anyom tofo
bebre domu chi abinchi
Onya Brana yan tonsenidi
Women's football is on the rise. The season's climax is upon us. The Malta Guinness Women's Premier League final promises to be enthralling, captivating and explosive. Ampem Dakwan ladies versus Hazaka's ladies.
Live from the University of Ghana Stadium this Saturday, 8 June. Pitchside discussions start at 6 p.m. with kickoff at 7.
The Malta Guinness Women's Premier League final, live on Max TV.
The best in online games is here. Lucky Win Ghana. If we say Sika Wofia, Nije Wofie, this year, dear, it's your chance to chop big. So play any of our games such as Super Spin, Cash Spin, Classic Roulette, Penalty Shootout, Slot 777, Crash Games, and more at www.luckywin.com.gh. With a minimum of 1 Ghana cedis, you stand a chance to win instant cash prizes up to 1 million Ghana cedis on your phone. Plus, you can withdraw your cash prizes at any time of the day. So hurry now, because Mr. Money know the waste time. Lucky Win, play with less, chance to win big. This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, only for persons 18 years and above. Gaming can be addictive.
Of Ghana Stadium in Legon, and its first half of the FA Cup, Army Ladies 0, Police Ladies 0. We just have to battle and then discuss into the very first half what we saw. The game hasn't been that kind of free flow movement that we're expecting from Army Ladies and then Police Ladies. But first time it seems Police are on top of Army Ladies. Your first impression of the very first half?
Well, I think that it's been a very interesting first 45 minutes, and you know that Police Ladies know how to play the Women's FA Cup, and it's a competition they really understand. For me, the first 45 minutes is not anything exciting from the two sides. Even how they were controlling the game, there was no sort of emergency. I don't know the tactics that the two coaches were playing in this game. We only saw ball being ballooned to the sides of the field. But look, I think that there's also an issue with the turf, because, you know, Police Ladies play on the AstroTurf. They are not really used to the normal turf. And also, the pitch also looks a bit bigger for them. I think that they are here to settle in or get used to the turf. When they get used, now they play for 5 minutes. When they get used to the turf in the next half, I think we should see a more exciting football. But for me, talk about the Police captain, Mary Berko. She's been off in the game. She's looked so like a Lacanesca for me. I've not really seen her play the way I've been seeing her play. And other players, Victoria Williams Stay is very rigid for me. The game comes with so many strong tackles. As for Army Ladies, their leading goal scorer, Vera Bema, has been off in this game. So in fact, a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there'll be so much in the dressing room to talk about.
From your perspective, very first half, how did you assess the game?
Yeah, like our colleague have just said, we didn't see anything in this first half. We didn't see any movement of the ball. You could realize that in the first, Army together, but you realize that they also went off during maybe in the first 15 minutes. They were totally off. You realize the midfield, both midfield are not working technically. I don't know the kind of strategies they wanted to implement to play this game, because we are not seeing any telepathy. We are not seeing any formation in this game. like how you said, Mary Beku is totally out of the game. And you also realize that both teams.
So on your screen now, you can see the first cast inclusion of Army ladies.
No good passes from the midfield to the attackers. So we realize that both parties are not doing. There's no technicality in the game at all. That's what I see.
Looking at the chances being missed by Army ladies, they have not seen much of the ball. They are just sitting back, soaking pressure, and want to catch police on the break. Looking at the chances that they had in the first half, you think was a convincing one for you that they needed to bury?
That Ami was even the one who had a very clear cut by Deborah Poku. She had only one opportunity. Goals on target, you could realize that both clubs are not tall because it seems as if they are playing without strikers in the game.
Looking at this very chance, let me come to you. Look at the chances that Army ladies, police ladies have also got in the second half. It seems they are doing quite clear.
Putting, the balls together. But look, a lot of credit to the Army ladies goalkeeper. She saved the occasion on 2 or 3 occasions. Else, though the two teams are not playing that exciting football that we are hoping they will play, they are not really doing so much work in the final third of the pitch where they are supposed to be putting in those dangerous passes. And also the issue, like Anas have said, the people who must receive the ball are out of position at the time the balls are floated in. So it's been a lot of issues from both sides.
Looking at it, you did mention of the pitch. Looking at the size of the pitch for this big game, do you think it's playing a factor?
In that perspective, police used to play at Matterfield, which was a natural turf, you understand? They moved back to AstroTurf and had most of their games won there. Going back there again, you realize that it's not first working. They are not working. The food is too compact for them. It's too big for them. They are not finding their rhythm. But since they've gone to the locker room and they are back, I think they will do better this time.
Just a brief one.
Yeah.
What should the two coaches be able to do?
They should tell the girls to go out there and enjoy themselves, but in as much as you are enjoying yourself, make sure that you get the balls into the dangerous areas. At least, most of the time, Army ladies seems to be moving forward a bit, put the ball behind the opponent. Maybe one of them will be, perhaps can just fall to the back of the net. But I like what police ladies are doing. For Army ladies, they need to start finding Vera Bema. When they start finding her, I'm sure they can get a goal in this game.
Vera has been off because she's not on the bench. She is on the substitute list at the moment. So we are counting on Lily Niban Lawrence and then Deborah Poku to do that match job there. But maybe introduction in the second half, maybe with Vera Bema might come in. But watch quickly, just a brief one. A brief one. Just a brief one on what the coaches
You realize that since they are coming back from the locker room, I think when they are able to speak to them technically, both clubs can do better in the second. But we don't want any penalty. We just want a straight goal.
So we'll be quickly. Esther will take us through the next 45 minutes of the FA Cup finals between Army ladies and police ladies.
Welcome back once again to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for the second period of the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup involving Army ladies as well as police ladies. The first half ended goalless. None of the sides managed to find the most crucial and important ingredient of the game, and that was the goal. But here we get underway for the second period, hoping that this time around they will find the goal, because this is a game that needs to produce a winner for one of them to be crowned champions of the 2023-2024 season of the Ghana Women's FA Cup. And in the second period, we have Army ladies in yellow playing this time around from right to left in the second period, and then police ladies in black with flashes of white playing from left to right in the second period. Adam Al-Hassan with a free kick. It goes as far as where Victoria Williams was. She heads it for police ladies. Deborah Poku, Mausi Benyo with a very beautiful dancing feet. Tried her possible best another to set up her teammate. Early substitution for Army ladies. And the substitution will see the introduction of Mariama For Army ladies, Harriet Akoko Ajiti has been replaced. Nancy Opoku for Army. Sandra Adams. Sandra to Patience Atre Ajiti. Grace Enima. Good control from Sandra Adams, but Grace Enima gets possession, manages to find Mary Beckham. Mary Beckham with a low drive, a feeble one that caused no havoc at all to Mary Sosu. They go again, building from behind with the same vision, which is unchanged, and that is to get the goal. Barakisu Isahaku. Barakisu to Felicity Asoko. Felicity. Police. Ladies. Free kick. Deborah Frier wins the free kick for Police Ladies. And that means this is another free kick that Felicity would fancy. Mary Sosu would have to ensure that she still keeps this at bay for Army Ladies. Felicity's effort, not on target. Goal kick. Goal kick to Army Ladies. And Felicity has charge of the set pieces for Police. That's that for Police. Sandra Adams to Angelica Sambik. Free kick. Latifa Mohammed as we approach the 50th minute of the game. Angelica Sambik. Patience Atreajete to Sandra Adams. But Sandra loses out to Livia Arthur. But that comes with the advantage going the way of her side. Lydia Arthur reminds me so much of one of those very disciplined midfielders we have so far as football is concerned, and that is Rodri of Man City. Always, they are always ensuring that they tag in, and they are so disciplined on the ball as well. Adama Hassan with this free kick. Adama, it's on target. Great save. Army Ladies get the first goal. Army Ladies get the most important goal, and they celebrate with a famous celebration of one of the renowned football greatest, Cristiano Ronaldo. Army celebrates. It all started when Adam Al-Hassan sent in this very beautiful delivery. Isahaku, Barkisu fell together, and then Deborah Poku, who was lurking around with intent and with her striking instinct so much intact, just had to tap it in and give Army Ladies the most important lead here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium.
And that is when Barikisu Isaku anticipated that this ball was just a feeble one. The powerful drive from Adama Al-Hassan has resulted in just Army taking advantage of it, just follow up, and then that was what Opoku did. And then just imagine, Army has done it. The underdogs who were just have found this at the early stage.
Mary Sosu, if she did well in the opening period with crucial saves, that means she needs to do her best. And coming up with those splendid and impeccable saves to deny police from getting the equalizer. She's always alert, always alert.
The two Marys.
The job has become a bit difficult for police ladies. They need to first get the equalizer and afterwards try finding the winning goal. Police ladies need to respond out of necessity.
They have to be chasing.
Grace Enuma, Deborah Efriye, throw into police. The sense of urgency from police ladies is what might possibly give them a good standing.
What police needs to do is to just calm themselves, organize very well, and then they'll have to strike. If they should get frustrated at this very moment, it's going to hunt them down.
Sandra Adams for Army Ladies. It goes as far as where Mary Berko is. Abu Kasim needs to change. He knows that his tactics need to vary a bit. And today he's losing the services of Dranita Gwaji, another very instrumental player who is not part of the team for today. And based on checks, she has traveled. Because if you look at the partnership of Dranita Gwaji as well as Mabana, that is what always makes police ladies very potent up front. Army Ladies, police, and Sandra Adams clears it away. This time around, since police are trailing, anywhere will do for Army once the ball doesn't find its way into their net.
That is a huge task when you are defending. You just have one goal. It's either you have to increase your tally or you have to strategically defend that one goal that you've got. But 53 minutes is quite a long hour.
Police ladies have Jane Ayam on the bench. Offside against Mausi Benyo. Jane Ayam, a potent striker, is on the bench for police ladies. They equally have Bernice Ahemfo and then Apia Roots. All of them are on the bench. Ivy Coley is equally a player that they can call upon. So they have a very solid bench. And that wouldn't make too much of a tax for Abu Kasim.
I can just imagine Abu Kasim at that bench because goalkeepers sometimes cannot be trusted or not known. It's very difficult when you are just want to be a ball player, goalkeeper.
Mary Berko skips away from the first player, but loses out on the second. Arthur nearly gifting Army Ladies with a chance to have double their lead. Frantic moments here. Police Ladies, Deborah Free. But that committed block from Sarah Coulibaly denies Deborah Efriye the chance to have gotten the equalizer for police ladies. She was well set up by Mabana, and just when she was about to come up with a strike, Sarah Coulibaly comes up with one of the most committed ever blocks that she can make in order to deny Deborah Efriye. Corner kick taken, a short one for police. Sosu failed to have that vital touch on the ball once she came out. Police lady still in possession. And this goes as far as where Grace Enima is. Mary Beko with a shot. It's on target, but not successfully converted.
It has been this in the very first half. It's Army ladies who were defending deep into their half, and it has started again. Knowing the experience of police ladies, they will always keep on asking questions, and they need to take their chances as and when they create it.
If you look at that goal that was joyously created and superbly scored by Deborah Opoku for Army ladies, and that would mean that it has indeed increased her tally for this season. It makes her number of goals for the season so far 8 for Army ladies. Mausi Benyo for police. Mausi Mary Sosu, much to the displeasure of Mabena Ejapa, who felt that she could have possibly just served her with a pass instead of going for the goal.
Ejapa was just on offside. That pass could have been something because she wasted that time in giving that true pass to Ejapa. And definitely, this is what police ladies has to be taking their chances. They need not to waste time at all. They need to come out.
Army ladies go again. Army Lily Nibel Lawrence. Lily, when she was stripped at first, if she had fallen, that meant the referee might have had one of the easiest decisions ever to have made. She was initially tripped there by Felicity Aswako.
That was outside the box, but inside the box, she was already on her way down.
Losing her footing. Felicity Aswako and Rita Boama is warming up. Just show the eventual happen where Barakisu Isahaku can't continue.
She seems
Abu Kasim, and his countenance sums up his disappointment, obviously.
At this time, if you are just trying to give up, it's going to be a big blow because they have come that far on 4 occasions and just lifting the maiden edition. This time around, they need to get it right. And as it is, on the 60th minute, they need to be strategizing how to equalize and see if they can enhance in kissing the trophy.
Right, just at this time, Zainabu Mumuni with the effort. Right at this time last season, at the Dr. Chase Sports Complex, police ladies took the lead in the 60th minute and they were playing against Ampim Dakwa ladies in the grand finale. And that was when Ampim Dakwa ladies had that late equalizer.
Biophilia Sewan Ponsa, who will be featuring this evening against Hazakes ladies.
And in a different scenario, in a different narrative, police are trailing with the arm mark here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in the grand finale for the 2024 Women's FA Cup.
Police will have to put in everything at this moment. They've got nothing to lose, and they will have to make it count. On 4 count occasions, they have been to the finals, winning the first one.
Free kick to police ladies. And I believe possibly if Coach Kasim could ensure that Mary Beku is rather taking up front and helps Mabena Ejakwa to partner her in their quest to get in the equalizer, and then introduce Ruth Appiah to rather come in and then support the effort of Lydia Arthur in the heart of midfield. That could possibly give Police Ladies a different shape and a different approach to the game, where they could have two players up front and then again a very solid defense as well.
But they've got Emily, just can't convert Deborah Efria, who is also in there, by becoming a baller. Before, she was just caught.
Sandra for Army Ladies to Adamal Hassan.
She's holding on and giving that true passes and causing problems for the defense of Army Ladies. They need to be using her in getting that set pieces along and see if they can have their set piece takers in trying to take advantage of it.
Goal kick to Police Ladies. Goal kick to Police Ladies with the clock taken in favor of Army, who are already leading by a lone goal, kind courtesy Deborah Opoku. Patience Atrea Jete. Patience skips away beautifully. Finds Sandra Adams. Army with another chance to double their lead, but Felicity heads it away to safety for Police. Corner kick to Army Ladies. A battle of the security services. A trophy waiting to be kissed by only one of these sides. And just to whet your appetite, at 7 p.m. on Max TV, we are bringing you a live coverage of another grand finale of women's football, and that is the grand finale of the Ghana Women's Premier League, the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Its grand finale will be taking place at 7 p.m. between Hazakis Ladies and Afim Dakwa Ladies. Adama Al-Hassan went for goal. And that would have been one of those rare goals that you would get from the corner kick.
Nancy Ramo has done that before.
And Charity Mensah also did that as well.
Yep.
Army Ladies. Mary Berko for Police. Mary to Mabena Ejakwa, but it was too much of a heavy touch. 65 minutes.
Seems the narrative of Army Ladies have changed, that they are trying to defend the goal. You can see that they are not eager just to come out to attack Police Ladies, that they are just sitting in deep, trying to manage the ball in around the midfield and see if they can get a counter-attack break. And that is what they are doing. At this time, definitely, this is what a team that has gotten a goal will be doing.
Grace Anima. Grace to Mausi Benyo. Mausi has Angelica Sambek and Angelica Clares. 65 minutes on the clock. Corner kick to Police, who need to respond out of despair and of course necessity. Corner kick for Police Ladies is swung in, a header. Nancy Opoku feathers is away from the defense of Army Ladies. Army, Deborah Opoku, the goal scorer. Army. The defending numbers and the attacking numbers.
And just
substitution for Army ladies. Nancy Opoku has been replaced by Erica Insia. Coach Joseph Ayangri knows the lead that his side have gotten is a lead, of course, of huge substance. Its significance can't be underestimated. In terms of elite football, this making it to the grand finale is indeed one of the greatest achievements of Army ladies so far. But to win it would be the icing on the cake. Free kick to Army. Patience Ake Adjeti. Let that name sink in. She is a household name. Captain Fantastic. Captain that always ensures that she leads on the field. In the semi-finals, when her side missed her services, they had to toil before they managed a narrow win over a lower tier side, Epiphany Warriors. And the police ladies might trail, but their side and their supporters are optimistic.
It's just the morale. You just have to keep your team going, no matter how it is.
Adama Al-Hassan will take this free kick. Don't forget that she was the same player that came up with that other free kick that resulted in the goal for Army ladies. Benes Apre Ahemfo is coming in for Mausi Benyo. And Cynthia has also joined in order to continue with the fight for the crucial equalizer. Isahaku gathers. Police ladies would go again. Angelica Sambek trashes it away to safety. Police ladies trailing. Deborah Efriye. The unfortunate happens to Deborah Opoku of Army ladies. The heroine turns the villain. She was already on a cab in the opening period, and for this reckless tangle between herself and Susie Williams, it means that she gets the second yellow and takes early shower. Heroine turns villain. In terms of the numbers, police would have the advantage, but in terms of the scoreline, Army ladies have the advantage.
I guess the card was flashed, the 2 yellow card was flashed to both of them, but because Nancy had already had 1 yellow card, it was double up to have a red card on that note. Advantage to police ladies now. They will have to make sure they take advantage of this one.
With Army ladies being the side, of course, with the lowest of numbers for their side, that means they would have to double their efforts and do much more than they have been doing for the rest of the 20 minutes ahead. And this is where Deborah Opoku would have to pray to any deity she believes in that her side will be able to hold on to the goal that she scored.
Mostly teams that are shortened are always teams that they defend very well, because once you are leading, and you have one out. Who is the main striker?
Police ladies here with a chance to get the equalizer. Mary Sosu was out already, and Mary Sosu gets injured in the process. She is the player that her side are counting on to still ensure that police ladies are kept at arm's length. The flag had already been raised for the offside against police lady Cynthia, but the havoc had been caused before the flag was raised. And this is where the debate still continues, where the new directive where play is allowed to continue before decisions are made whether they are offside or not. So we are looking at a scenario where some of the military service personnel have also found their way in the fans of the Ghana Police Service.
How lovely it is.
18 minutes left. 18 minutes for the dejected countenances of the bench of police. They know that this is huge, and they know that they need to come out strongly. Their coach, Joseph Ayangri, knows that it is the time on the clock that he needs to be on his feet. They have other players warming up, and they are ready to be called when the need arises. And that is what Ellen Asonka, together with Vera Bema, are doing. And to think of it, that Vera Bema, their top goal scorer for the season, is even on the bench. They have got it.
She was the one who
the lead,
who saved them in getting to the finals against Epiphany Warriors. She came from the bench and did that for them as well.
Mary Sosu, the goalkeeper, as a result of the rules, they are the only ones that have the rare privilege of being treated on the field. So that was the free kick taken by Adamal Hassan. Nasio Opoku feathered it in order to set up Deborah Opoku with a striker who always gets her positioning right. She gets that goal. Assist from Nancy Opoku, goal from Deborah Opoku. So the two Opokus producing the most important moment in the game for Army Ladies. Barakisu Isahaku should have done better.
Should have done better, but it looked as if she had at least read the ball well, it could have gone outside. She could have left it or guided it out, but she rather tried to save back.
So these are the enviable trophies awaiting. Don't forget, one of the trophies is for the FA Cup, and the other is for the Women's Premier League, a game that would be taking place in just few hours away from here. 7 p.m. is the time for the grand finale of the Women's Premier League. Mary Sosu, fortunately for Army Ladies, is back on her feet. But don't forget, Army are having a disadvantage with their numbers. Their striker, who had the goal, had to take early shower as a result of the red card that she had. Jamila Abdul to Felicity Asuoko. Police Ladies. Benis Ahefo loses out. Patience Atrea JT trashes it away for Army. A confirmation of the scoreline at the moment. And the scoreline will look beautiful, look depending on the lens that you watch it from.
If you have one goal, you might be thinking it should just magical time for you. But if you have been trailed, then it means you want to have much more time to make amends. Bear in mind, Army ladies had to go through extra time and penalties. It was only Kesua ladies that they were able to beat at the time of 90 minutes by 7-0. All the matches against GAR, Valued Girls, Prisons Ladies, Epiphany Warriors, they had to go through extra times and others penalty before they were able to make their way to the finals of the Women's FA Cup.
Army ladies, but police reclaim possession. Patience, Ake, AJT. Zainab Bumuni to Lily Nibel Lawrence, Adama Al Hassan. Adama skips away delightfully. Goal kick. Goal kick to police.
From the look at things, after the red card, it's just one arrowhead, which will be Deborah leading the attack. All of them will have to just drop in to defend.
Police ladies. But Latifa Mohammed clears it away for Army ladies. Adama for Army. Patience Atre AJT to Erica Insia. Jamila Abdul. Mary Berko for police. Latifa Mohammed. Deborah Efriye. Deborah but fails. Deborah could not set up Mary Berko well with that pass.
It looks, it seems fatigue is setting in for the police ladies because this was a chance that they needed to and see what the captain of the side, Mary Berko, did. It just sometimes, these are some of the moments that you see in football that you just have to, just because she was in need of that chance to make sure it counts. But on that note, she was just neutralized and she had no option but just to.
For a second, Mary Berko nearly forgot that she was on the field and not outside the field.
Both of them are in the service team, so you can know the power and the strength that they have.
It's the security derby, the grand finale of the Women's FA Cup. We are in the last 10 minutes of these finals. Army ladies in yellow are leading here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Police ladies trailing. The offside flag went again. Police ladies, a decision that met the irritation of the fans of police. Patience, Ake, AJT. Patience to Sandra Adams. And we have the last 10 minutes to hold on. They are compelled to defend. Police are obliged to equalize.
And they need to do it any moment. At the finals with Ampim Dakwa, they took the lead. And at the verge, the last hour that they were thinking it was going to be all over for them. Ophelia Ponsa from nowhere equalized.
If there is any player that has indeed outlived and has made very tremendous and incredible contribution to her side's league so far, that should be Patience Atre Ajete. She's all over in midfield, in defense, in attack for her side. And that is why she happens to be the captain.
All said and done, we just said previously, as you even said earlier on, that when it comes on paper, or when it comes to paper, as the experienced police ladies have been there. But when it comes to the ground with these two teams, it has been tough for police to be able to score Army ladies. And this is no difference. The difference is the final cup, and then this will be a history for Army ladies.
Despite the array of substitutions that were made by police service, it's yet to make an impact. And to take over it, Army introduced their top scorer for the season. Vera Bema is coming in for Zenabu Mumuni, who came in the second period.
Just introduced in the second half and then just taking off. Well,
she wasn't fit enough, and it's demonstrating as she limps off the field. So Zenabu Mumuni, who hasn't really featured much this season for Army ladies, she paves the way for the top scorer of Army to take charge of responsibilities up front in the last 10 minutes of the game for Army ladies.
This shows that Joseph is still hungry for more goals at this very moment.
83 minutes.
Evelyn has all the time.
Mary Sosu with a long one for Army ladies. Adama Al-Hassan wrestles it well with Grace Anima. And Patience Atre Ajete this time around did not get that advantage. Police have a player creeping forward. Mary Berko. Police, well saved. Benis Apre Ahefo's effort is well gathered by Mary Sosu. If it's just tuned in to Max TV, this is a live coverage, a grand finale of women's football in the FA Cup. A game that involves the female team of the Ghana Armed Forces and the female team of the Ghana Police Service. But it is Army who are leading. Lovely footwork from Deborah Efriye to Benis Ahemfo. Police with a chance to get the equalizer. Mary Sosu comes to the rescue of Army ladies.
And just look at how Army ladies defended brilliantly, just not taking chance at all. But police ladies, how many chances are they waiting for it to just fall onto them? Just look at the sprint of Benis and look at that true pass or just a strike. And I was thinking this should have been a goal. This should have been the equalizer.
Grace Enima, unmarked, had the luxury of time, but failed to get the better side of Mary Sosu. Jane Eyiyam, a top and a prolific striker. Abu Kasim saves it for the last. Just maybe she might be the heroine for police ladies.
Still more time.
85 minutes on the clock. But looking at that lengthy period of time that we had when Mary Sosu, the goalkeeper of Army ladies, went down and was treated, it would mean that possibly we might have a bit more of time as additional. Police go again. All eyes are on this game.
The number 16 shirt, Jessie Mary Sosu. The comfort of her 18-yard box have more time just to manage it.
She has indeed done some brilliant interceptions for her side, and the saves that she made are those saves that could possibly hand over the trophy to Army Ladies, and that would be their climax.
Last season at Bankase, it was just around this time when Ampimdakwa equalized. Just maybe Police Ladies will be doing the same or learning.
Patience Atre Adjeti to Lily de Lawrence, but Police get their possession back. Grace Enuma sprints forward. Police, Bettis misses. It is now or never for Police Ladies. Beautiful pass, well battered, and Bettis a prayer a handful once again.
How many chances will Police get? They have created, just these few minutes, they have created enough chances for them to be pulling or even equalizing, but they are just not doing things right. This was a glaring opportunity and a moment for Police. Should have hit the back of the net, but they failed to do so.
Sandra Adams for Army Ladies. Latifa Mohammed. Police would go again. Offside against Police.
Referee
and
assistant.
they need to check their timings.
Assistant
Most
referee.
of the offside have really been by wide margins.
This shows how eager
Police are wrestling against time to get the equalizer. They are no longer wrestling against Army, but against time. Patience Atre Adjeti wins the free kick for Army Ladies.
The captain.
She has covered every part of the grass.
Once a captain, once a soldier, always a soldier.
Patience Atre Adjeti. Let the name sink in. She has a lot to offer women's football in Ghana.
It has to. She and her sister Harriet Akoko Adjeti, just there. I guess she should be up.
If you look at the admonishment for her teammates, telling her to take her time and
Sarah.
only get up when she's okay. Sarah Kulibili
and Sandra Adams, just by their captain, just trying to tell her keep on moving. We need to
But
finish.
don't forget, just don't forget that Army Ladies have a number disadvantage. Their top striker, their only goal-getter, Deborah Opoku, was brandished with a red card in the 60th minute. And as such, they are playing with only 10 players, as against Police 11. But the numbers is not taking anything away from their performance. It's not taking anything away from their resilience, their energy, their commitment, their drive to ensure that this lead of theirs is protected.
This has come from where they started from. It's just the energy that they felt Police is beatable, and on any day when they meet, as a win for them. This is what they have taken into this very match, and as they had that early lead, they had every right in their powers to just manage the game.
4 minutes of redemption left for police ladies. 4 minutes to hold on, 4 minutes to be steadfast for Army ladies.
It's just that Army ladies
here, 1v1 situation. Vera Bema. Vera skips away, hoping to come out with a strike. Sets up Lillian Lawrence. On-rushing Patience Atre Ajete was not served well with the ball before police regrouped and cleared their lines. Mary Sosu turns the master sweeper at this moment defensively for her side. Vera Bema goes again. She is stripped, but the referee is not interested. Sandra Adams and Mary Sosu trashes it away.
She has to be careful.
Deborah Friye and police have only 3 minutes left.
Vera still stayed down, and Rejoice will have to call the medics to attend to her at this time. Police have no time.
That is how football is. Police were so enthusiastic. They were so hopeful. They knew today was their day. They came here with their numbers. They came here with different buses. Lots of the police personnel were conveyed here because they knew that their female team needed their support the most in order to win this trophy. Having been to the grand finale in 3 previous occasions and having won it only once, they thought their 4th time action could have gone their way. And with the turn of events, unless the uncertain happens, it would mean that for the 2nd consecutive grand finales, police ladies have lost. And this would indeed raise a lot of questions. Abu Kasim has been in charge of the team for over 3 seasons since their coach, Frank Oswald Sam, resigned. Abu Kasim was assigned the responsibility of taking over the technical bench of police ladies. He has delivered.
It's just that sometimes when you are eager, you think it's the time and the hour for you. Just a moment, you just have to take your chances. Police hasn't played badly at all. They have created enough chances, and they had all the moments, the chances that they created could have been able to convert, but yet, bad day in the office. Could I say bad day in the office?
The scoreline looks beautiful, depending on the lens that you are watching it from. If you are part of those in green, it would be extra beautiful. But if you are part of those in black, that will be a dark and an unfavorable scoreline for you.
This is when, if you have an admin of any other group, just capture and then just put it on the platform.
10 seconds on the clock.
Rejoice
At
is in charge.
7 p.m. we have a grand finale again to witness. 2 glamorous claps. Ampim Dakwan ladies up against Hazakis ladies. They will battle for supremacy. They will battle for the slot to be in Africa. The additional time is up. And Army ladies are hanging in there, just waiting for that most important whistle of the day that will crown them champions of the Women's FA Cup in Ghana. Police ladies. Mary Sosu. She has done what every keeper would do on a good day for her side. It's all over. Army ladies are the champions of the 2023-2024 season of the Women's FA Cup. It's elation for those in green. They celebrate they are champions of the Women's FA Cup in Ghana. Adama Al-Hassan. She was the player that started it all, but this girl in your shorts, the captain, is the heroine on any day. They had the lead in the second period. After getting the lead, they lost a player when the player had that red card. And afterwards, despite the numbers of police ladies, they failed to win at the expense of Army. This is a remarkable achievement of Army ladies, a victory that they will forever cherish, memories to last, days to remember. They are the champions of the Women's FA Cup. By now, the rank and file of the Ghana Armed Forces are so much excited. Elation all over. Despair for police. Cacophonic joy for Army ladies. They came to their first ever grand finale in the Women's FA Cup, and they won it. Police have been to the 4th grand finales in all competitions domestically, but they have won it on only one occasion. And there you have the police personnel who came here. They turned out so beautifully. They had enormous numbers. They thought today could have been their day. But in football and on the football calendar, today wasn't for police ladies. It is Army who would win it. They would go away with the trophy and the medals. But that are the memories that they have. The joy that they would always have is the fact that they were the champions of the 2023-2024 season of the Women's FA Cup in Ghana. Patience Ache Adjete. She was top-notch. She was so unforgiving in her roles. And indeed, she helped her side to win it. And that is how the second period started here after goalless first half. The free kick taken by Adam Al-Hassan. Goalkeeper Isahak failing to deal with it, allowing Koku to get the goal for her side. And that goal came so early in the 49th minute. And that was the goal that was so much celebrated, so much enjoyed, and so much embraced by every fan of the ladies here at the stadium and, of course, those at home. Adama Al-Hassan, the right back of Army Ladies and also a player of Ghana Black Queens, who has played a lot of games for Ghana Black Queens since Nora Haptel took over as the coach of Ghana Black Queens. When it comes to set pieces, Just let her have it. She's super good. And afterwards, police, after getting some very glaring opportunities, thought that they could have gotten that equalizer. But Mary Sosu made things very difficult for them. Benis, a handful, a prayer. The substitute who came in the second period for police ladies. She had some very good chances. And yet, she couldn't get the goal, which was so much needed for police ladies. Through it all, Army ladies held their fort. Vanessa Hefo went again, and here Grace Anima could not get the better side of Mary Sosu. It meant that it's another day, another finale. The police ladies failed to win the cup. They had the numbers here to have gotten the crucial equalizer, but Benis Apre once again failed to let things materialize for police ladies. Army ladies are the champions. In the 96th minute of the additional time, they knew that time was not in their favor. We have new champions, and that is their maiden one. When referee Rejoice Adokwe blew her whistle to end proceedings, to end affairs here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Those in green, the Ghana Armed Forces, are the winners. Army ladies 1, police ladies 0. In no time, the deserving sides will be presented with their respective medals. But the most important of it all, which is the converted trophy, would go the way of Ghana Armed Forces female side, Army ladies. Police are sharing and, of course, shedding tears. So unfortunate day in office for the police service. But until then, you would have these medals being presented to them. And that means that if you look at those that have won the Women's FA Cup since its inception in 2016, it would mean that we've gotten different winners on these occasions. The winners of the Women's FA Cup since its inception: Police Ladies won in 2016, Prisons Ladies won it in 2017. However, in 2018, since it was abandoned as a result of the Ghana Football Association's dissolution, in 2019, we were in normalization era, and as such, the Women's FA Cup was not played. In 2020, when COVID pandemic hit the world globally, it meant that the Women's FA Cup still couldn't take place. But in 2021, Hazakes ladies won it after beating Ampem Dakwa ladies. In 2022, Ampem Dakwa ladies won it after beating Hazakes by a lone goal in Kumasi. And in 2023, Ampem Dakwa ladies defended their title at the Dr. Chase Sports Complex. And here we are in 2024. We have new winners. Army ladies are the champions of the Women's FA Cup. And now medals are being presented first and foremost to the officials who ensured sanity on the field and helped this game to be one of the best. And the officials who have gotten their medals today are indeed elated. Adokwe Joyce and Grace Insobono were the ones who led it. And police ladies will now come for their silver medals. They were hoping for gold. Gold was their aim. Gold was the penultimate target. Gold was the set objective. But it wasn't meant to be. As sad as their countenances look, they would have to fight back the next season. But until they do that, others would have to get their moments. The president of the Ghana Football Association, Keti Esakreko, ESCO member, Dr. Gifty Owari Mensah, Women's Premier League board member, we have Rosalind Amo, together with the hierarchy of both the Army and the police service, helping to give medals out to these deserving players. Football is different. Just relax. Try finding a bottle of Malta Guinness for your evening as we bring you the grand finale of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League for the 2023-2024 season in a bit. Hazakes ladies will play against Ampem Dakwa ladies here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. And police, after getting their medals, it's their turn to also give Army ladies that guard of honor in order for them to receive their gold medals. They are the champions of Women's FA Cup in Ghana. They are the side that were so resilient, they were so determined, they had their passion, their energy levels, their commitment so much intact, and they produced the most important result ever in their football history. They beat Ghana Police Service by a lone goal. They get their medals and would wait to lift the trophy. They have clouded themselves in apparels of their flags. They are so much excited. This is a side that has won the Women's Super Cup before. What they have never won is the Women's FA Cup, and they have done it today. So hopefully this could serve as a drive and morale booster for them heading into the 2024-2025 season as they rather go for the Women's Premier League title. And the last player to get the medal would be the captain. The captain who was compelled and obliged to lead the side to win this trophy. Patience Ache Ajete. She waits for her turn in order to lift what she herself deserved, what her team deserved as well. She was monstrously good today. She masterminded the victory for her side, and after masterminding it, she also led them on to defend it even when they went down by a player. The crowning moment is here. The moment we've all been waiting for. Patience Ache Ajete. Patience lifted as she becomes the captain to lift the first ever Women's FA Cup title for Army Ladies. She takes it to her team, the champions of Ghana's Women's FA Cup for the season 2023-2024. Army Ladies are the winners. They came, they battled it out squarely, and they won it against Police Ladies. I introduce to you the new winners of the Women's FA Cup in Ghana, and that is Army Ladies. So for Police, they need to come back stronger next season. And to Army Ladies, we say congratulations. Congratulations to Army Ladies for winning the 2023-2024 season of the Women's FA Cup. And this is where we would have one of those important pictures that they would have in their albums. Memories that will last forever for these girls. That the day that they marched onto the field of the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, they rose up against all odds, beat their counterparts in the security service, Police Ladies, by a lone goal, for them to be crowned champions of this very prestigious knockout competition. And to those of you joining us at home, we say thank you for joining us for the first phase. However, we are saving the best for the last. Up next is the grand finale of the Women's Premier League in Ghana. Hazakis Ladies versus Ampem Dakwa Ladies. And until then, it's a wrap for now as we await the grand finale of the Women's Premier League in Ghana. Army Ladies are the winners of the Women's FA Cup. Thank you so much for joining us. I will, in no time, be handing over to Nafisa for the post-match interviews. If you haven't seen anything beautiful yet for the day, you can have this. But don't go anywhere. Army ladies are the champions of the Women's FA Cup. Thank you so much for joining us. At 7 p.m. we will meet again for the grand finale of the Women's Premier League. I am Esther Abankwa. I did this alongside Nafisa Fatal.
From the southern zone, there is the two ladies, Hazakas ladies. I have more credits to give away as we prepare for the second game of the day. Are you ready? 7, 6, 8, 5, 1, 8, 4, 2, 1, 7, 3.
Do you want some of that? Yeah. Well, I got it. Do you want some of this? Do you want some of that? Yeah. Well, I got it. I got it. I got that hay. I got that hoe. I got that extraordinary sauce that I only bring.
Women's football is on the rise. The season's climax is upon us. The Malta Guinness Women's Premier League final promises to be enthralling, captivating and explosive. Ampem Dakwan ladies versus Hazakas ladies.
Live from the University of Ghana Stadium, this